Well, I got pretty traditionally a regular phone call to my representation about a faith-based project with Ja Rule. Interesting. But at the same time, this project called I'm in Love with a Church Girl was a vision for a faith-based movie that, I've been trying to convince the filmmaking community to have the courage to do for over 8 years. We all have a different calling. And, I don't apologize ever for, in my walk of faith, recognizing that God has given me a platform, and I'm not afraid to use that platform to maybe say or do things that are going to have a particular backlash and or persecution. And, I've just never been afraid to speak my mind. And I think that with the character of Jason, he's not that kind of a guy. When you're in law enforcement, you can have foundationally, whatever there is that makes you who you are, but you can't necessarily always allow, that ideal to get in the way of your decision-making process in your occupation. So I think it's been kind of fun for me to play a guy who hints towards his faith, but still is very tough and secure in knowing what he has to do as a DEA agent. It's been really kind of fun playing a character that is a kind of a cool guy, tough guy, so to speak, with authority, but underneath it try to pepper that with the sensitivity of somebody that has an understanding of who God is and how God operates in his life. Michael Madsen knew me but didn't really know me, had heard some things about me but really didn't know what was going on, and we had a long conversation one evening after shooting back at the hotel, and he said, he goes, you got to understand, I can see in you that this thing you're doing is serious. I can see that it's real. I can see that it's affected you. So I think with Vincent Pastore, I just think that, again, it was that type of a situation where in the conversations that I had with him and how I expressed to him what my walk of faith means to me, in a hopefully in a non-threatening and a non-Bible bashing kind of way, I think that plus his own just interpretation of the experience I was having. Hey, I'm not looking for anybody to become a Jesus freak in 5 minutes. But if I can just be an example that plants a seed, then in God's time, his will be done. A lot of the time, either the film community doesn't know how to do the faith-based thing, or the faith-based thing really doesn't know how to authentically do the film thing. So I think that this is an example for one of the first times of those two ideas coming together in a very good way. We're in a time now where it's so much more difficult to really connect with people about this walk of faith. And Gally has written a script, and he's taken an approach, and he's cast the movie, and he's implementing a vision that I think a lot of people are, whether or not they completely get the message, it's going to plant seeds. It's going to make people go, who are those people and what is that about? And it's going to reach people that, without question, fireproof ain't going to reach. And that's the point. I look forward to I'm in Love with a Church Girl really, really making a big difference for a lot of people, because I think it's hardcore and it's relevant to our culture today, and at the same time, it doesn't apologize and it doesn't back off from what it is and what its intentions is. And it's going to be interesting to see what God's going to do with it.